Mike Welker with you here with another CanvasCast, this time tackling something that is asked for or wished for, but not a lot of people are aware that the capability is built into Canvas, and that is assigning flexible or differentiated due dates to students. Typically, we think that the due date is the due date, done and done, and away we go. But as time, tides, and circumstance for a semester wear on, individual circumstances can come up, medical absences, whatever, where we have a need or an interest in looking for maybe some differentiated due dates to give different students different due dates, or potentially even with some sort of projects or project-based learning where groups might be on slightly different timelines or break things up. Maybe you'd be looking for that sort of flexibility. Easy peasy to do in Canvas. We just need to look at the assignment. Okay, so here I am at my standard issue course homepage, all good stuff. Where I can do this magic here is at any assignment. It doesn't matter what it is. This works the same for a quiz, an assignment, a discussion, what have you. I'll just go into this one here. And I could also go through the assignments area, all roads lead to Rome. And the key point is that you drill down to a specific assignment that you have an interest in assigning some different due dates for folks. So here's my assignment. That's all well and good, all very exciting. And I've got my due date. Great. Now, all this magic happens in the edit. And I can even do this when I'm creating a new assignment if I know that, running ahead. But typically the scenario we get is after the fact. But the mechanism is still the same. So by default, we just get at the very bottom, we get this assign area. And when we put in a due date, it's assigned to everybody. Everybody's going to be turning this in November 18th at 11 p.m. But a fun fact, I've got this little plus add guide hiding out down here. And this is where the magic happens. So if I click that, I get a second one. And then I can specify some different things. And it'll know about a few other things if I have subsections or something like that. But I can say, all right, for this particular student, she's got some situation on that I want her to have a different due date. Maybe she's going on early vacation, or she's been absent or sick or whatever. I can assign her a different due date. So let's just say we want to move hers to the 25th. So now notice this will say, my first one now is not everybody, it's going to say everyone else. And that's saying everybody who isn't Josephine's student is going to see it as November 18th, while Josephine's student is going to see it as November 25th. And this is pretty seamless. So I'm going to save this. And when I look at the assignment now, I'm going to see that there's the different breakout. But the trick is, what does this look like to students then? So now I'm in my course as Josephine's student and seeing what she sees here. And if I scroll down, it just has that November 25th. Likewise, in my little to-do reminder, that's there as well, because that's on the radar. And if I scroll in and no mention of November 18th anywhere for her, through her eyes, it is November 25th. So same course, but now masquerading as one of the other students, same story. Everything on this assignment is going to say November 18th to that student because they are assigned, that's their due date. So they'll never see or know anything about the other due date. Now, I'm not just limited to doing this with differentiated due dates for different individual students. I can also do this for any groups I have set up. Where does that all happen? If you're not familiar, under people, create a group set, give it a name, and then define groups and define membership. So in this case, I've got two groups hanging out, Team Alpha and Team Beta. So what I can then do under my assignments, and again, I'll go back to this little guy. And again, remember, this could be any old thing with points attached. In this case, it happens to be the assignment tool, but it could also be a quiz, it could also be a discussion, so on and so forth. Either when I'm creating a one or editing an existing one, as I'm doing here, I have these options. And the trick to this one is I have to make it a group assignment. If I click that, whammo, I get new options. So then I have to pick my group set. In this case, I have to call them project groups. That's great. And I can, instead of everyone, I can assign, let's say Team Alpha gets that original due date. And then I want to give Team Beta, and I want to give them the next week due date there. So I'll say they get the 25th there. And then if I save that, that would then give them the same deal as before with membership in those teams deciding who sees what due date, but again, it would be seamless. There you have it. Working with that assign and add, you can mix and match that up. So within creating one assignment as needs, either ahead of time, either with group setups for group projects, or for individuals with individual circumstances as you get later into the semester, you can flex those due dates. And again, only you and the student are going to know what those differentiated due dates are, and it'll be completely seamless to you. But anytime you go to the assignment, you always see the multiple due dates or who you've broken it out for. And likewise, as far as when students submit that, as far as lateness and on time and all those other tags, that'll be linked to whatever their specified individual due date is. So a powerful little feature tucked right into our good old assignment tool.